Hello and welcome to Benchwarmers, a brand new football quiz show for YouTube with me, your host, Spencer. This is something I've always wanted to do and the guys at DreamTeamFC.com are making it all possible, so huge thanks to them. Today's a Christmas special and I've invited 4 good friends of mine to fight it out in a 2v2 football-based battle. We're going to have a number of rounds and eventually we'll have a Benchwarmers winning team and of course a losing team as well. But before we get into all that, let's meet our contestants. Okay. Contestant number 1, we have an absolute mountain of a man whose body is as big as his personality. He's the true king of the north. It's the true Geordie, everybody. How are you, mate?
Hi, I'm Kenny, mate. Good to be here. Feeling festive?
It's quite far south for you. I'm sure you're probably quite warm right now.
Mate, it's boiling, honestly. I'm ready to take my top off, but I wouldn't want to make us feel inferior.
we already feel inferior, mate.
Yeah,
The sheer
mate.
size of you is quite scary. But no, welcome to the show. Good to have you on board. And alongside him is another Newcastle fan. You may know him from his hilarious Stag Do video on YouTube. You may have seen him or heard him on my podcast. He may even have been your secondary school history teacher. It's the one, the only, Mr. Thomas Gray. How are you?
I'm very well, Spencer. Thank you very much. Spent the whole morning with you, so you know I'm well. But I'm willing to, you know.
You're still well.
I'm still well, yeah.
What's it like sitting next to True Geordie? Do you feel cramped?
I feel slightly cramped, but I think in terms, it's a good-looking sort of.
It's like a lethal strike force, isn't it? It's like Andy Carroll and.
Shearer Bellamy. That's what I was.
I was going to say Amiobi.
Yeah.
Which one are you, Shearer or Bellamy?
Well, I think that goes out saying that. You're the little lad, aren't you?
Well,
Bellas.
in comparison, yeah.
6'2", actually, to be fair to him.
Yeah,
I'm deceptively tall, yeah. I am really tall, yeah. It's the baby face, I think. So.
Yeah.
Baby face assassin.
Move on.
Come on.
Let's move on. Let's meet the other team. Okay, so first up, we have a man who played alongside me in my Wembley Cup winning team, a man who regularly appears on Copper 90 and Filthy Fellas, a man many have called Russell Brand for the grime generation, but I personally call him Poet. It's Poet.
Thank you.
What do you think about that Russell Brand for the grime generation? Is that how you tell yourself?
Yeah, it's alright. We're both tall. He's fairly better looking than me. And
Good with the ladies?
Both sex addicts.
that's subjective.
Both looked at it, exactly. Russell Brand for the grime generation wasn't a bad shout, to be fair. Anyway, on his team we have someone whose voice you can hear on Capital FM on the weekends. Yeah. You might also have seen him presenting for Adidas. Basically, he's got a lot of fingers in a lot of different pies. But hopefully today, all his fingers and the rest of his body are here with us.
Yes.
It's Mr. Roman Kemp.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. Excited.
Yes.
Again, feeling festive, ready to do this. We're taking it for the Arsenal team right now, aren't we?
I hope so.
This is the thing, we've got 2 Newcastle fans, we've got 2 Arsenal fans. On paper, Arsenal v Newcastle should be a walkover.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not necessarily going to go straight forward as that. We've got a lot of rounds between now and the end to see who's going to be the champ. Should we get on with it?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Benchwarmers. Okay. This is round number 1. It's called In the News. This is a round where I take popular news stories and ask you guys to take them one step further. Right? You've got to use your imaginations for this one. You'll each get a chance to offer your answers, and I'll choose my favourite. The player with the winning answer will get their team 1 point. Okay? Right. First one is, in the news recently, you may have heard about some naughty things that Mr. Karim Benzema's been getting up to. Allegedly, been involved in a sex tape scandal. Long story short, it may mean that he actually can't play at Euro 2016. Essentially, he's not allowed to be in the same place as Valbuena whilst this trial is happening, and it hasn't finished yet. So he may miss out. And what I want to ask you guys is, if he does miss out on this obviously sex tape technicality, what other footballer may miss out on the Euro 2016 experience because of a crime they may or may not commit? If you were to use your imaginations, we'll start with you, True Geordie. What do you reckon?
I would go with Wayne Rooney.
Okay.
Fraud.
Fraud!
Because he's conned Louis van Gaal into thinking he's a striker for the last 6 months.
Rooney's going to... I mean, I don't know how technically... Can you play football if you're being investigated for fraud? I don't know. Maybe you can't.
Neymar seems to be doing that for himself.
And basically most of Barcelona's team, to be fair. All right, I like that one. That's a good start, actually.
That's good.
Wayne Rooney. We'll go to Roman next on the other team.
Well, I like to have this image that maybe Jamie Vardy would get involved in some WKD-related incident just before the Euros.
Yeah.
You know, he's out with the lads. He's had too many bottles of WKD. He's had too many Walker's crisps, and he's just, you know, he's messed it all up for himself. So I can't get that image out of my head. I'm going to have to go with that.
Okay, that's not a bad vibe. I mean, what I like about both of them so far is they're believable.
They're very believable.
Thomas Gray, what have you got for us?
Joey Barton axe murder.
Okay, I think you may have misunderstood the question.
What are you saying? Are you saying Joey Barton's not in contention?
I'm saying he's. I mean, he could have a good season.
I'm talking about the punditry side of things.
Oh,
he won't be able
okay.
to do the punditry for, as I said,
Well, because you can't get a job for love nor money, mate, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, so Joey Barton to miss being a pundit or player because he hasn't officially retired from international duty.
No.
So he's available, Roy.
There's still a chance he could play.
Yeah, maybe if Rooney and Vardy are out, he might get the call up. Poet, who are you going with, mate?
Well, crime's not something I'm really too knowledgeable about.
No.
I thought you were the
keep
king
my
of
mind in nice,
crime.
peaceful places.
Oh,
so I just thought, like, who might miss out just because of things that they're doing in life? Like, Danny Welbeck's clearly at university, so he's probably doing his dissertation, so he probably won't be there.
What's his dissertation on?
I don't know, NHS, injuries, trophies that you don't win at Arsenal, sports anything.
Right, I've heard your answers.
Christ.
I'm thinking about them. I think I'm going to have to give the points for that one to. Honestly, I think I'm going to go Wayne Rooney fraud. I think because it's clever. It's clever. It's clever. Believable. Well done.
Oh, yeah, we're a team.
Yes, you're a team. So that's that team that get the points. Newcastle, TG team, whatever you want to call them. It's currently 1-0.
Get in the game,
Their
mate.
team. So you need
I
to
do apologise. Sorry.
apologise twice. Okay, we've got another one of these now. Next one. Earlier this year, certain transfer drama between Fabian Delph, Manchester City and Aston Villa, in which and since which he's been referred to largely as an animal, which is a snake, isn't it? Okay?
Yeah.
What I want to know is if any other footballer was an animal, what animal would they be and why? We'll start with you this time, Roman.
Okay.
Who've you got?
Well, I don't know. It's pretty obvious, but there's a few good reasons behind it. I have gone for Mesut Ozil.
Okay. There's a number of animals you could use here.
I've gone for chameleon, Spence.
I'll give you
Right.
that. I'll give you that.
Purely for the basis of the man's vision is second to none. Saying that as an Arsenal fan might be a bit biased, but
Nah, it's not. It's honest.
let's be honest. Yeah, he can look anywhere he wants on the pitch. But the best thing is about him that he can go missing at times.
Yes.
And when he wants to, he can go missing. He can
also-
blend in with the environment. You won't even know he's there.
Last season.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like big games, sometimes he may not even be there. So yeah, I think Mesut Ozil, chameleon.
He's also got bulbous eyes like a chameleon.
Mate,
Didn't mention that bit. Goes without saying.
we're going for the eyes.
That's why he's got such. He can look two ways.
But that's the thing.
Like
That's
an
what I
owl.
mean. Like that's why the chameleon. He can look all around him, but at all times. It's amazing.
Okay. I like that, Mesut Ozil chameleon. We'll go to you, Tom. Who've you got?
Luke Chadwick, rat. Do you remember him?
Simple but effective. Yeah, I do remember him.
Yeah. Do you need me to explain why I think he's a rat?
I think just in case some of our viewers aren't familiar with, I mean, obviously he had a massive, prolific career, Luke Chadwick. But if they're not familiar with him, describe Luke Chadwick.
Luke Chadwick's a man who probably wasn't sponsored by Nike, but rather some sort of like spot cream company, I'd imagine. Played for Man, just very ugly. He looked like a rat.
Simple. All right.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Good, quite nippy.
All right, Poet.
I'm going to go for Samir Nasri, my ex-girlfriend.
Was that the animal?
That is the animal. She was an absolute animal. And,
So Poet's answer for animal is, I'm sorry, but if you're watching, it's his ex-girlfriend. Sammy Nasri.
Don't forget to subscribe as well.
Jordan, it's your turn for an answer, mate.
I'm going to go for a Newcastle player. It's actually our club captain, Colaccini. You've seen the hair.
Yes.
Like floppy ears of a dog. And like a dog, he's like the family dog that's just been around too long. He's getting injured, he can't perform the way he used to. And he needs put down, to be quite honest. He keeps all over the rug. And you're like,
Proverbially.
someone clean that up, man. And then we've got nobody else to clean it up. Colaccini's the family dog, mate.
Okay, that's a strong contender.
I have a family dog.
Colaccini.
Not like Colaccini, you don't want that.
Okay, we've got Colaccini, the family dog. I think I'm going to rule out your question. I like what you did with it, but it wasn't an animal technically, so we're not going to allow that, I'm afraid, Poet.
That's subjective.
Technical
You
foul.
went with
women as well.
Mesut Ozil chameleon. Okay, it's again, like the first round, it's between Roman and True Geordie again, I think. And I think this time,
Yeah,
no.
Luke Chadwick, just flash up a picture of Luke Chadwick and we can just keep on that.
Luke Chadwick does look like a rat. He does look like a rat.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a bit niche. It's a bit niche. And I like what True Geordie went with Colaccini, but I think for the multi-layered answer, I'm going to give Roman the point for that one. Mesut Ozil is a chameleon.
On show.
Well done.
With the environment.
Okay, we've got one more of these before we move on to round 2. And it's Christmas, obviously. So it's a Christmas-themed one. What I want to know, obviously, you've got 2 Arsenal fans here, 2 Newcastle fans here. If you could give your team any Christmas present, that's anything, what would it be and why? Okay, I'm going to start with you, True Geordie. What would you get for your team?
Well, I don't really like buying for people who have never got me anything, and they've never got us anything.
That's a good
I
point.
mean, when was the last time I had something to thank them for? Knee silverware, not since before I was born. So I'd probably just get some of the socks me Nana gave us and be like, you can have that. I wouldn't rewrap them though. I'm not making any effort with them, so just the socks.
Okay, socks for Newcastle.
Yeah,
Like
just-
football socks.
No, just any old thing. Any old grey socks, white. I don't even care about the colour.
That's fine. All right, so we've got a disgruntled Newcastle fan giving his club some socks. Poet, what are you going to give to Arsenal, mate?
Well, there's only one thing you give to Arsenal, isn't it? Private healthcare. I can't stand the fact that every November we get 10 injuries. It's just meant to happen. Like Jack Wilshere is Santa Claus, he's there once a year, so I don't expect much from him. Danny Welbeck's like a Jamaican father, there once a year, don't expect much from him. I just don't understand why they're never there.
They're still in the NHS queue. I think they're still just waiting. One of them's waiting on a
Yeah.
bed still.
Thomas Gray, what are you giving to Newcastle?
Newcastle as well. I'd probably give them a transfer budget of £150 million.
It's not a bad shout, is it? It's the obvious answer, no one went for it.
150 million.
Yeah, no, they will make them appreciate the socks more. We give them the socks. We walk out, we burst back through with 150 million.
Actually,
Yeah.
we've got 150 million for you.
Yeah.
Cheer up.
Yeah.
Cheer up.
Why only 150? Why not 500?
Good, but £400 million.
Okay,
400
still didn't
million.
go 500.
Yeah.
What would you do with that money? Who would you buy? What positions?
Not Premier League players,
Yeah,
so wouldn't
yeah.
go for guaranteed
Yeah,
Premier
I'd go
League
to the
quality.
French fourth
Definitely
division.
not.
And,
French
yeah.
potential.
Yeah,
That
14
might never work out.
25
Lots of it.
It's a good
25,
policy.
At least
14-year-old
40
French
of them.
players. Yeah. And I would pay them
Remy
£100,000
Cabella,
each.
Hatton Ben Arfa,
I'd buy them both
get
back.
them back.
Yeah, I'd pay
Tovan,
Yeah.
Hatton Ben Cabella, or whatever. The next one,
Hatton Campbell.
more them. That's what we'd buy. 400
More
million of them.
Frenchmen. Okay, 400. You get them
£1
£1 million
each.
Yeah.
Fair play. All
Because I
right.
think if you pay, then they'll perform, right? If you pay
Exactly,
them
if you've
loads
got a
of
team
money.
full of
Doesn't
them,
matter how
someone's
good they are,
gotta
just
come
give them
good
loads
sooner,
of
yeah.
money.
Yeah, that's the big
And then they'll
misconception
perform.
of Newcastle. It's not they have too many French, they don't have enough.
Yeah, we
No,
just don't
more
pay
French
them.
players,
yeah.
mate.
Okay.
French is all they do.
I wouldn't perform for £80,000 a week. Do you know what I mean?
What would you? I like that one. Roman, over to you.
I would buy the Arsenal board a season review from each season of the last 10 years because it just seems to be the same mistakes every year. So it's just like, I'm honestly, I think that we've never actually realised what happened over the past 10 years. Because it's the same problems, Spence.
It is,
It's
I
the
know.
same problems. Just watch the DVD. It's even got commentary from Tony Adams. Do you know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Yeah,
So you think if they had that DVD, they wouldn't make these continuous mistakes?
Yeah.
They'd get more players in, they'd
of course.
do whatever they've got to do to stop the injuries.
Yeah, it's got drinking as well, like with Paul Merson. There's
Well,
extra
Tony Adams for a
DVD
start will be
bits.
drinking.
Yeah.
He's on commentary. Who does he think he is? Me.
Playing
I'll tell you.
online poker at the same time.
Yeah, ideal.
Online poker tips is a bonus DVD.
Okay, think about this one. I think the best 2 answers are actually Roman's again and yours actually.
Thank you, sir.
I think the money, giving the money to Newcastle is an obvious answer given the big transfer budget. But what I liked is the direction you took it in, and we talked about actually buying a load more Frenchmen, which made me think actually it isn't the best present because you're going to spend that money unwisely.
Yeah.
So I think the Arsenal review DVD could help fix some problems. We're going to give the points to Roman and Poet. 2-1.
All those private healthcare.
Private healthcare as well, I like that.
Yeah, private healthcare was good, but Roman, it doesn't matter who got the point. Your team's got it.
I
So don't-
thought that socks and 400 million that had it nailed, mate.
It was a good combo. It was a good combo, but you're spending the money badly.
Wrapped and then just socks on top.
Well, what I like to do is stuff my money in socks and hide them from the missus.
Yeah, that
so
as well.
do that.
Well, you didn't get the points there, but you've got plenty of time to get up back in the scoreboard. It's currently 2-1 to Roman and Poet, Arsenal, if you like, against True Geordie and Thomas Gray's Newcastle. Let's move on to the second round. Okay, guys, time for round 2. Who here knows how to play a game called Dickie Davies? Anyone?
Yeah.
Heard of it, mate? Aye.
You've heard of it? Okay. Well, I'll explain the rules to you anyway. It's a simple game with a simple aim. Someone will say the name of a footballer past or present footballer, and the next person has to say another footballer whose first name begins with the first letter of the last player's surname. So, for example, if I said Alan Shearer, the next person must say a player whose first name begins with an S, because Shearer's surname began with an S, okay? Each contestant has 10 seconds to think of a player, and if you don't get it within those 10 seconds, you're out of the round. Whoever's got the last person left in the game wins 3 points for their team. However, there is a little bit of a extra way of getting points in this, which is if you get a Dickie Davies, which is where you get an alliterative name. So that is someone whose first name and surname start with the same letter. For example, Jermaine Jenas. Okay? So you get an extra point every time you get Dickie Davies. There's lots of points up for grabs here. But there is one twist. You guys are going to have to do all this with a minimum of 6 marshmallows in your mouth.
6?
Yeah.
Have you seen the size of his mouth?
I mean, you can have more if you want. If you're struggling, you can have less, but can you just get your mouth full, please? You start, mate. Yeah, speed it up. Come on, maybe 6 is too many, but get as many as you can.
4, yeah?
That'll do, right? Roman, get some in there, please.
4. I'm going tactical now.
Let's get him in the
I
side.
want counting here.
Let's get some to you, boys, so you can get stuff in.
Does my face not look fat enough? Like, Jesus.
Right, you got plenty?
The taste nice, that's the problem.
Don't eat them.
Really nice.
Just keep them
I
in
wanna
there.
eat them.
You can eat them at the end. Okay, guys, we're going to kick it off. I'm going to give you a name. It's going to start with True Geordie. It's going to go through this way until you're all knocked out or we've got a winner. Starting off with Mark Noble. Go, True Geordie. 10 seconds.
Nobby Solano.
Nobby Solano. It's an S. Running out of time.
Stephen Gerrard.
Steve Gerrard to Roman.
G.
G.
Gary Neville.
Gary Neville. Poet. Quickly.
Neville Southall.
Neville Southall. Okay, we've got an S. Running. 4, 3, 2.
Stephen.
What? Stephen! Not just Stephen! He didn't get it, he didn't get it, he didn't get it.
in the 90s.
S. Stephen, the Brazilian. Stephen. It's over to you, Tom. True Geordie's out. S.
Sassingham. No, first name.
What's his first name? Because that's the Dickie Davies. You can get it.
Sassingham.
No, that doesn't count. Keep going. Got to get his proper name.
Okay,
5 seconds. 4. He's out.
Steve Finnan.
You missed it, guys.
Finnan, I
You
got
choked. You choked under pressure. You guys can still keep going. You can get Dickie Davies here, so it's still on S for you.
Let's go. Right. Sido Berahino.
Sorry, Berahino. Poet. B. 5,
Disqualification.
4, 3, 2.
Bryce Allen.
Who?
Gary Salmon.
You were relying on the marshmallows there, weren't you? Barry Salmon. Who's Barry Salmon? Well, we had no Dickie Davies, unfortunately. When I play this with my friends, we were much better, but we don't have marshmallows, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the 10-second countdown, I don't know. Either way, you got another 3 points, guys. You got that round, so well done.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is the section of the show where I get a special guest to perform a challenge. Once the contestants find out what that challenge is, they then have to try and guess how our special guest will perform at it. Whichever team gets closest gets 3 points. And today my special guest is my brother, Seb.
You alright?
Good, mate. You ready for this?
I'm ready, of course.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reveal the question to you guys. You're going to then guess how he does, and then I'm going to ask him, and we'll see how he actually gets on it, okay? Yeah. So the question is going to be, it's topical, obviously. We found out not too long ago the Euro group draw, Euro 2016 is coming. But if we take it back to Euro 2012, the question I'm going to ask Seb is, how many of the starting lineup in our opening game versus France can he name? So the most points he can get is 11. If you've got all 11, you get 11.
Wow.
We'll start with the current winners. What are you going with? How many is he going to get?
If push the boat out, I can no longer see it. 7.
7. You think he's going to get 7 of 11?
Wait,
okay.
can I go back?
No, you can't. It's been submitted. It's been filed.
Damn it.
Guys, they've said 7. So as the losers, you get a chance to under or overbid them here.
We'll go 6.
You go 6. You think it's going to do worse than that?
Wow.
I've got the answers here. So when you're ready, I'm guessing you want to start from the back,
it
maybe?
Me personally, I'd always build a foundation.
Yeah, do this so you
I'm
can-
pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
Joe Hart was still the keeper then, so I'm going to go Joe Hart.
You're going to go Joe Hart,
Goal.
okay?
I'm gonna build this-
one at a time. I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Okay, fine.
So Joe Hart is correct. So you've got 1 right.
Right.
Okay, let's look at the defence.
Right, so I'm going to go across from the back. I'm pretty sure Ashley Cole still held the position then, so left back Ashley Cole.
That's correct. You've got 2.
Centre backs, John Terry definitely one of them.
You going John Terry?
Yeah.
You've got 3. He's doing all right.
Okay. Other centre back, I'm not sure, so I'm going to skip forward a little bit. I'm going to go into midfield. Stevie G definitely.
Stevie G is in there. You've got 4 now.
I'm going to say on the wings, Ashley Young.
Ashley Young is correct.
Yes! How
He's
many
done
more
well.
now?
He's got 5. You only need 2 more to
Right,
these
so
guys get the
to be a bit more
points.
speculative now. Rooney up front.
You're going Rooney. I can confirm Rooney did not play in that game. He was
He's
injured.
injured, of course.
So you've had 6 guesses now. You've got 5 right.
Right.
That's pretty
If it
good,
wasn't Rooney, then what are we going with? Was it Walcott? Was it the Ox? I'm going to go with the Oxlade Chamberlain.
Going with the Ox.
Yep.
I'm afraid to tell you, you're right.
Yes!
You've got 6 out of 7. Ox started that game.
Right, who was centre mid with?
Come on, son.
I wanna
You can
say
do it. I
maybe
believe in you.
Carrick.
Where my
So if you get no more right, they get the points. If you get any more right, it's going to
No,
Ronaldo.
because if you get 8 or 9 or 10, they're still wrong.
They're nearer.
No, they're still closest. Whoever's closest.
No,
I said
that was
that.
not specified.
It was specified, and also you had the advantage of going outbidding them
down,
after them.
yeah.
So just pipe down.
We'll see you guys after the show.
2012. I don't
Outside.
think Gary Kay was playing centre back then. Let's have a
my boy.
speculative guess, and let's say. No, it would have been Cahill. Oh God. Let's say Cahill. I don't think it's right. But I'll go
Cahill
for
was
it.
incorrect. The centre back that day was Jolyon Lescott. He scored.
What?
He scored
Yeah.
in the game. Scored in the game. So you got 6 out of 8 guesses now.
Jesus.
From
So
Star
I've got
Trek.
3 guesses left.
3 guesses left. If you don't get any more, these guys
Right.
get the points.
Right back. Come on. Yeah, Glenn Johnson, right back.
You going right back?
Right
Is there
back,
no
Glenn Johnson.
clock that's sort of...
The right back on the day was Glenjamin Johnson.
Yes!
You got
Back
7.
me and I'll remember.
7 out of 9. You've got 2 left. You've still got 2 more
left.
positions to fill
It's
out.
irrelevant though, isn't it?
It's irrelevant. I'll tell you what positions they are, so if you
Okay,
can get
yeah,
them.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
got
yeah.
another centre mid to get.
Yeah.
You are
Actually,
Centre mid.
You've got a right
hang on. You must
Should've
have 3
went higher.
left. You got 7 out of 8. Yeah, you
Right.
have got 3 more to get.
Right.
3 more positions. You've got 2 centre mids,
Yeah.
and you've got a striker.
Striker.
But you've got the points, guys. Don't worry. They're secure.
Centre mid and striker. Centre mid, Lampard.
Lampard did not play in that game.
Right. I didn't think he did.
Got 2 guesses left.
2 guesses left. What striker and a
Another 2 centre mids you need to
Oh,
get,
I
but you're
don't
not going
crack
to
your
get.
brain too
2
much,
centre
mate.
mids. Wilshere and Carrick.
Okay, they're all wrong. The players you missed were James Milner, Scott Parker,
Scott Parker.
and up front was Danny Welbeck. Right, at the end of that round, we can see that Poet and Roman are absolutely running away with things. You guys have got a lot of work to do, but let's thank Seb. He's done very well. That is Guesstimate. Okay, guys, the next round is called Higher or Lower. It's very simple. You're both going to take turns answering some higher or low questions. The most you can get is 5 out of 5. So if you complete the chain, you get full marks. So each higher or lower question you get right, you get 1 point for your team. If you do get all 5 right, you get a bonus point and you get 6 points, okay? Cool. So 6 points in total up for grabs. We're going to start with True Geordie and Thomas Gray. You've got a completely different set of questions, okay? So you can obviously have a think about them, but this is only for them, these ones. Okay, so these are your questions. So starting off for the first question, higher or lower, the amount of goals scored by Andy Carroll in the Premier League for all the clubs he's played for, or the amount of £1 million spent on Andy Carroll.
I don't think he scored 35 Premier League goals. He scored about 13.
Well, when you think about it, they've spent 30 million on him to go into Liverpool, then another 15 to West Ham, so that I don't think he's got 45 there. The highest one is the money spent on him.
You think money spent on him is higher than the amount of goals scored? I can
Premier
reveal.
League guy.
I can reveal you are correct. Well done.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. So you got 1 point in the bag. He scored 35 Premier League goals across the clubs, and he's had about 50 million spent on him. 35 and
Nice
15. So it's a lot of money. So he hasn't actually scored. It's more than £1 million a goal in the Premier League right now. Okay, and for the next point, what is higher? KSI's total video views on his main channel, or the total money spent by Manchester City in the Premier League era in pounds?
I'm going to say that KSI's got more views than Man City have spent in the Premier League.
The entirety of the Premier League era?
How many views do you think KSI's got?
How many views has he got?
What, $1 billion or something like that? About $1 billion? I don't think they've spent $1 billion, so I'm going to say KSI, yeah.
Are you going to agree? Are you going to agree with it?
Yeah, if he's got that many, yeah.
All right. You're going to say KSI has more.
$1 billion. I'm saying about $1 billion,
How many?
Okay. But more importantly, you're saying KSI's got more.
KSI? Well,
Okay.
voting KSI.
I can tell you that Manchester City in the Premier League era have spent 1.005 billion. So spent over $1 billion. KSI, the question says he got more than 1 billion views. I can tell you, he hasn't got more than 1 billion views. He's got more than 2 billion views. 2.2 billion views, KSI.
Well done.
So 2 points.
Brilliant.
Right, for another point, you're doing well. Keep it up. What is higher? Cristiano Ronaldo's earnings per second, so the amount of money he earns per second, or the recommended retail price of a Mars bar
What year is the Mars bar being sold?
currently, right now?
Because Mars bars were about 32p RRP back when I was a kid.
Back in the day, yeah.
And they're like,
Freddos used to be a brilliant price, but that's another story.
So next
Freddos
question.
have gone right through the roof. I can't believe
25 pence.
it. I'm going to say Ronaldo's earnings.
You think he earns more per
that's-
second? I'm afraid you actually got that one wrong, guys. You're out. Mars bar RRP is 51p now. That's what it costs, 51p. And Ronaldo earns 45p per second.
Why did
Still
they cap
very
it at
decent.
51?
It's
It
still
looks
more than a
cheaper
Freddo,
if it's
though.
49.
It's still more than a Freddo.
Still more than a
what they
Freddo,
do,
but that wasn't the
99
question.
Hello?
So you've got
Basic
2 points there, guys. 2 points. Well done. Didn't really capitalise on it, though. That was an opportunity missed.
Yeah.
Right, on to your questions, guys. Question number 1. In kilograms, who
know.
is heavier?
Go on.
Dimitri Payet or Mesut Ozil?
Payet's quite a small guy. You know, Mesut, he's kind of almost like the same height as me. I'd kind of go with Mesut. I'd say Mesut Ozil weighs more than Dimitri Payet.
You got it wrong. You got it wrong in the first question. I'll tell you what. It's surprisingly close, but Mesut Ozil weighs 76 kilograms and Payet weighs 77. 2 points for you, 0 points for this team. Well done. Okay, guys, time for the final round. I can tell you the scores going into this round are 8 points to Roman and Poet, doing very well. 3 points to True Geordie and Thomas Gray, but there's plenty of points up for grabs here. You can still win, so you just got to keep focused on this one. This round is called Nagaram, which is an anagram of anagram. It's an anagram round. I thought it deserved a clap, I'm not going to lie.
I would have accepted Granaman.
That was also available. And essentially, the name of a footballer is going to appear on the screen. And that's going to be an anagram of that footballer's name. So it's going to be all mixed up. The letters are going to be out of order. And you've got to try and get that player's proper name first. You're going to have some buzzers to buzz in on. So let's give you guys some buzzers. You've got a bell, you've got a horn. Nice. Bell for you.
Cheers, matey.
I think it's a Morris dancing thing. I don't know what it is.
Enjoying it.
And that's for you. It's a whistle. Okay, it's been cleaned. I've been assured it's been cleaned. Okay. So you only get to buzz in once. If you buzz in and you get it wrong, you're frozen out for the rest of that round. There's 3 rounds in total. 3 players' names will appear, and they each are worth 3 points. So 9 points up for grabs. Let's put the first name on the screen, please. Here we go. There's 30 seconds to get it. We've had him in straight away.
Drink water.
He's gone with drink water. He's seen it quickly and he's got it. So that is 3 points straight away. So this has become interesting. Okay.
Bloody hell, mate. I hadn't even jumped out of the bath and this guy's flipping dressed, ready to go.
He's done it. 3 points for True Geordie and Thomas Gray here. Ready for the second one, guys?
Cool.
Be ready on the buzzers. Here we go. Can we have the second name, please? There it is. What footballer is that? You've got 30 seconds to get it. Anyone?
Big man, what the hell is that?
Nips Ravy is what it says.
What does that mean?
You got Drake Winker. Drake Winker was. You got 10 seconds left, or else no one gets the points. Okay.
Van Persie.
No, he did whistle. He did whistle.
Van Persie.
He said Van Persie. I can confirm that is the correct answer. He's done it. I can confirm you guys are in the lead, right? So here's the situation. If you guys don't get this one, and no one gets it, they'll still win. You have to get it. Because if no one gets it, they're still in the lead. So you have to get this one right, or else it's been an Istanbul comeback from the Newcastle boys. The final round for the first ever championship of Benchwarmers Christmas special. Who is going to get it? Let's see the name. There it is.
Conor Planker.
He's got it! Conor Planker! He's done it on the buzzer! That is impressive. That is impressive.
Yes!
Well done. Well done. The first ever Benchwarmers champions are Mr. Roman Kemp and Mr. Poet. Well done.
Yes!
Very good. You had me worried at the end there, but you turned it round. Very clever.
Done it.
Guys, commiserations to you. But the show isn't finished yet. We've got a little bit of a twist. We've got a reward for the winners and we've got a punishment for the losers. So if I could just get my rewards brought in, please. Here we go. These are for you guys. You've got a Christmas cracker each.
Amazing.
If you'd like to just pull them,
Let's do it. Let's do
let
it
us know what you get.
3, 2, 1.
What you got in there, Poet?
Got some tweezers.
Oh, it's a
Classic
Christmas
tweezers.
miracle.
All right, come on. I need a present.
Cool.
You've just got to less pull this because you've won
It's
both.
embarrassing.
He's saying I ain't got nothing yet.
What is it?
Surely he's going to share.
It's some stuff, man, for you.
Tees for golf.
Oh, it's golf tees, everybody.
Tees.
What a wonderful Christmas. Well done, guys. Well done, Roman. Well done, Poet. Well done, well done. Now, though, it's time for the punishment. I've prepared something for you. You guys didn't know about this. Can we please welcome the punishment? Here he comes. It's Mr. Adebayo Akin Benoit, the Beast. Okay. Now, guys, as your punishment, one of you is going to have to volunteer to arm wrestle the Beast.
Okay.
Who wants to do it? Now, I'm thinking True Geordie. Well, I was thinking True Geordie is obviously the man to do it.
Yep.
I won an under 14.
We haven't won anything all day, man.
Well, you've played a large part in that.
Large pot.
Is
that the
are you
nickname
saying,
for me now? Is it large pot? For Christ's sake.
who wants to do it? Are you saying you want to do it?
I would love to do it, yeah.
Who do you want to see arm wrestle Akin Benoit? We've got the big man True Geordie. We've got the less big man Thomas Gray.
I'm being honest with you, Grace told me that when he was younger, the under-12s in Ipswich, he was actually the arm wrestling champion, and I feel like he deserves the right to have this opportunity to showcase his talent to the world.
All right, well, let's do that then. Sorry, True Geordie, you've been trumped. Adebayo, if you want to come and sit over here, mate. We're going to have this. It's the big clash. The Beauty and the Beast. Which is which? Okay, are you ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3, go! Roman, you cleared it structurally.
That's a draw. That's a draw.
I actually think it's a draw, guys. It's a Christmas draw. Well done, everyone. That's the end of the show. Thank you to True Geordie, Thomas Gray, Roman Kempton Poet. Thank you to my brother Seb. Thank you to Akin Benoit. Thank you to StreamTeamFC.com for making it all possible. And thank you to you guys. Have a great Christmas. Don't go changing. Thanks, guys.
That's bad.
We got any glue? Right, guys, that escalated quickly. It was a lot of fun, though. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again to DreamTeamFC.com for putting it on. And if you want to check out their YouTube channel, we've actually got the outtakes, which I'm sure you can imagine there's quite a few from today's event. So make sure you check out that. There's a link in the description. I'll see you next time. Don't go changing.